Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. The investigation into Rex Heuermann, the suspect charged with the 3 of the Gilgo Beach killings, has dominated the headlines. But what is he like, and how did he treat the people in the neighborhood? Newsday TV's Macy Eglin joins me now with a story you'll see only in Newsday. Macy? Well,
Newsday's team of journalists has spent the week trying to build a comprehensive profile of the Massapequa Park man at the center of the Gilgo killings case. Here's what people in the neighborhood are telling us.
It just shows you. It could be your next door neighbor and you don't know.
Rex Heuermann, the first and only suspect to be charged in the 13-year cold case. So who is he?
He was a kind of a nerdy kind of guy, odd, but not a troublemaker, and he was soft-spoken, and we spoke regularly, and I'm surprised at the violence.
Etienne de Villiers lives next door to Heuermann's run-down home. The little red house he grew up in sticks out like a sore thumb.
People there have told me it's just been this thing. People almost sort of avoid it. They walk across the street just to stay away. Kids don't go trick-or-treating there.
Newsday's Mark Harrington has been digging into the life and background of the Gilgo Beach suspect.
The house may be a sort of a symbol for the paradox of his whole life, because he's an architect. He has at least from the people that we spoke to, a reputation for being a person who's adept at what he does. And then you go to his house and you see a home that's sort of a rundown. I mean, it really stands out on the street.
Neighbors say Heuermann, his wife, and 2 kids are quiet people who keep to themselves. In a sit-down interview with Newsday, de Villiers recalls a disturbing encounter with Heuermann, saying he'd often peek over the fence at his wife.
It started becoming a regular thing. She says, every time I'm out there, and every time I'm out there with a bikini or like a bathing suit, he would come out, and I finally had a talk with him.
De Villiers tells Newsday Heuermann often spoke to him about his love for guns. More than 200 were seized from a vault inside the home. An arsenal of weapons stashed away by a man with no criminal history, not even a traffic violation, according to public records. But police say Heuermann had a dark side he kept hidden. His internet search history became a big part of the investigation. Court documents detailing disturbing websites depicting things like torture pornography. His wife, Asa Ellerup, has now filed for divorce. Police say his family was away when he would attack. And Newsday has learned police in New Jersey, South Carolina, and Nevada are investigating if he's linked to unsolved murders in those states. A painstaking search for more evidence and answers as Heuermann sits behind bars in Riverhead.
When I was around him, that gut feeling, I knew something was up. I just didn't know what, but something was up.
Well, Heuermann is under a suicide watch at the Suffolk County Jail in Riverhead. He's being held without bail. Now, our team of journalists continues to work around the clock to bring you the latest on the Gilgo investigation. To see more of our comprehensive coverage, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Ken.
Thank you, Macy. Now, a trial date has been set in Donald Trump's classified documents case. A federal judge in Florida scheduled it for next May. Now, the date is actually a compromise because prosecutors wanted to start in December, while the defense wanted to put it off until after the 2024 presidential election. Trump is, of course, accused of illegally holding classified documents. And there's a warning for Long Island Sound boaters. The Coast Guard and National Weather Service says there's a large debris field floating off the North Shore. You're looking at the general area of where the debris was last seen. Trees, logs, and even docks washed into the Sound during recent storms. And boaters and swimmers are being told to be careful. And only in Newsday, New York State is about to put $500 million in their pocket this year that they did not earn. The unclaimed funds come from places like forgotten bank accounts, unspent gift cards, or uncollected paychecks. Now, last year, the state returned $404 million in unclaimed funds, but kept $560 million. That money goes back into state programs, mind you, but critics say the state is not doing enough to get the money back to its rightful owners. And a big surprise at NYU Long Island School of Medicine's White Coat ceremony today. Its first-year students will be getting a free ride thanks to philanthropists and Long Island natives Ken and Elaine Langone.
Think that giving them a good fresh start really sets them up to be great doctors, and that's all we want.
The $200 million donation will fund future full tuition scholarships as well. The annual tuition this year would be nearly $60,000. And Long Islanders and people around the world are remembering legendary musician Tony Bennett.
Come home to you, San Francisco.
He put out more than 70 albums throughout his career. Bennett also topped charts with artists like Lady Gaga and Amy Winehouse. The tributes are pouring in, like from Sir Elton John, who called him the classiest singer, man, and performer you'll ever see. Bennett was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2016. His death today was 2 weeks short of his 97th birthday. All right, let's take a look at your Long Island weather, shall we? You can see tonight we have partly cloudy skies with some thunderstorms, and tomorrow, mostly sunny skies with temps in the 80s. Taking a closer look at tomorrow, it's a good day to head outside with temps in the 80s, if not high 70s.
Long Island weather is brought to you by King O'Rourke Automotive Group.
Fitness pop-ups are a hot trend in the Hamptons this summer. Elisa DiStefano has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Fitness pop-ups are huge in the Hamptons this summer, and there's big buzz about the classes here at Project Hampton. Let's go check it out. You have such beautiful things
I'm so glad
here.
you made it. Awesome, welcome. This is Curio at Project Hamptons. Over 200 luxury brands are in this store.
So the workouts happen
right over here.
Right over there.
Right over
The retail space is transformed to host a variety of workouts. One of the most coveted classes, the Formula by Meredith.
My class is a full body 60-minute class, high intensity Pilates, a little mix of bar method thrown in there, and it's an overall full body workout.
The legs are going straight down, not forward and back.
I feel like I've created something where I can incorporate everybody.
Even newcomers and beginners like me.
Coming in here with the pop-up, for me it's the energy of people from all over and bringing something different, and they've maybe never experienced this class before or anything like it. So for me, that's really the best part of it.
East Hampton's Stacy Golden is such a fan of the formula and fitness pop-ups, she created Out East Fitness, a pop-up fitness guide of classes and schedules.
So there's so many options out here to find something that you love to do. And I started putting this together because I wanted to bring my love of fitness and all these fitness places to the people that are looking for it.
You could try a class for the day, but for the formula, it's suggested you sign up in advance because she's a sellout.
The music, the energy, just the all-around vibe to me is what I think keeps bringing people back.
I made it through. My whole body is burning, but it was a lot of fun. For NewsdayTV, Elisa DiStefano.
It looks like a tough class, too. Now, to read more about the fitness pop-ups, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box.
Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
There's hot dogs from around the world, and you can taste them all right here on Long Island. Andy Berlin shows us in today's Feed Me TV.
Hot dogs, a New York icon, food of the people, guilty pleasure, whatever you want to call it. Here on the South Shore of Long Island, they are more diverse than anywhere in the world. So I am in downtown Valley Stream. There are not one but two Chilean restaurants serving hot dogs, and we're going to see what else we can find. So here we have the regular completo with mashed avocado and mayonnaise on top. In Tucson, where I'm from, they have a Sonoran hot dog, and it's got avocado like this. This, I would say, rivals the Sonoran hot dog in flavor combination. I'm gonna eat this whole thing. Hot dogs are really big in the Philippines, and they actually go on top of spaghetti. It's a sweet spaghetti that they make with banana ketchup. Not exactly Italian. Italians look away here. Raincard's Deli, been around since 1955.
Too bad Kevin's not here.
Kevin? Is he a hot dog fiend? One time, I ate 13 hot dogs in one day. I was judging a contest. I feel like I'm at the hot dog point of no return here, that I have to finish it. We're at one of my favorite places on Long Island, Itkin's. So we got Franks and Beans. That's an unstoppable duo. This is a Jackson Pollock-fied hot dog, Frank and Bean creation. That is a really good hot dog, like the link itself. I've had a lot of hot dogs in my life, and the classic New York all beef is the best by far, always. Polish. So what's the difference in the flavor?
You don't know chicken and veal?
Look, Andy's Deli, it's just for me. In Valley Stream, this is Andy Berlin for Newsday TV. Oh wait, it doesn't have a hot dog in it.
It's just the steak.
Oh, it's just the steak.
Now for more on the hot dogs and where to get them, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Watch Newsday TV on the big screen. Use the remote to activate Siri, Alexa, Roku, or the Google Assistant on your streaming device. Say, install Newsday. Newsday TV, covering Long Island like no one else can.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us. We leave you now with a look at your 7-day forecast.